Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge. Tonight I'd like to look at what's coming up in the week ahead for us. In general, for the United States, what's going to be the energy of how things feel? What's kind of the pulse of the nation? What's going to be going on? What's going to be behind the scenes that is hidden that we don't know? So what's going on that we don't know? And then what's in the news? What's going to be coming up that might come up in the news this week? So let's get started, and give me a moment while I shuffle the cards, and we'll see what this week has in store for us. Give me just a moment. Okay, all right. So I'll cut the deck. So what's the energy like this week? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We've got it on the reversal. And this is a card of a sense of accomplishment, or feeling accomplished, like we've completed something, or something feels completed. When we have it reversed, it feels like we're just not quite complete, like there's something that needs to be done, or there's work that needs to be done. We haven't really arrived yet. There's not a sense of accomplishment or fulfillment. Probably about a specific issue or a specific thing. I think there's some angst, feeling like things are undone, like there's just not enough, just not that feeling of satisfaction. Okay. Behind the scenes, we have the Magician card. This is a card of pulling together various, it's a magical card, obviously, the Magician, but it truly is. It's pulling energy from different areas and blending things, learning how to work things, learning how to work your magic, so to speak. It's a very creative card, a lot of creative energy. And this is a card of action, things happening, things being created, things coming together in a magical way to blend and create something truly unique. With this behind the scenes, I would say this is probably related to the angst people are feeling, because if this is behind the scenes, they're not really seeing what's going on. They're just feeling that there's something going on, but not knowing what it is, and not feeling that sense of accomplishment, like we can finally breathe or have rest, that this is finally happening. The key to know is that yes, things are happening behind the scenes, that there are things moving, and the outward picture is just that people don't have a sense of what that is at this point, or that there is anything going on at this point. In the news, we have the Star. On a very mundane, literal sense, this could mean a star, or a person who is considered a star. It could be in the news. But on a more, I guess, more spiritual level, the star represents, it represents hope. It represents renewed faith in things unseen and things seen. It represents not giving up. So as a reversal, that would be very true, as to not lose hope, not lose faith. So, and this is in the position of what's in the news, so that's very interesting. Let me see what literally that could be about. So there's something that's going to be dispersed or... Okay, give me just a moment, guys. I might even pause this so I can sit with it for a second. There's a message coming through on this card. The energy of this woman taking the action to pour that out is like, it feels to me there's something... I'm going to pause it for just a sec. So I'm looking at this card and I'm feeling into it to see what this energy of the star being reversed, this card of having hope and faith, and its reversal with something coming out, something being poured out. I sat with this for a few minutes just to feel and see what I could sense. And I get the feeling of not losing hope or not giving up or not feeling hopeless. I do feel like there might be something with a musician in the news this week. Maybe a famous musician passes on, or maybe there's something in the news about a musician. I think it's a possible passing of a musician. Maybe a legendary musician. I don't know, but that's just something I heard is musician. So we'll see. We'll see if that pans out this week in the news. But I'm still stuck with that something coming out. There's something coming out. And I guess something coming out in the news, since it'll be in the news. Let's keep going. All right. So this is kind of the pulse, how things feel. And again, we have a reversal, but on top of this feeling of like something just not quite being accomplished, we have another... These are both positive cards, just the reversals of them. This is another positive card. Four of Wands is a card of basically, it's happiness, family, joy, vision coming together. And when it's reversed, it's like trying to let go of encumbrances so that you can relax and be happy and have joy. So there's the feeling, the pulse is like just a lot of angst is what I'm feeling as far as what people are feeling. Angst. Now this is really cool. And this is on the position of behind the scenes. Again, we had the magical card, things happening, and it's a positive creative energy behind the scenes that we don't necessarily know or see. And also, this is a card of somebody getting the respect they deserve. Somebody being honored. Now, why that would be behind the scenes is interesting to me. This is somebody who... It's like a lawyer type or some sort of prominent figure that has... I see that scroll as like he's got like legal documents or something and he's looking. So I think there might be something coming out related to somebody who is getting high praise for the work he's done behind the scenes. Somebody's being lauded, commended, thanked, because he's got something. He's got the goods on somebody else, or he's got... I don't know if this is related to somebody that's been on an investigation and they've compiled their document and they're being awarded or praised for their work they've done, but that's what it feels like. And the fact, the energy of him looking at this with this card meaning something coming out is, I think it's going to be coming out. I don't know if if it means this week, because this is still in the position of what's hidden. But it is going to come out in the open soon. I don't know if this is the IG report that's supposed to come out, the Inspector General. That's kind of what it might feel like, I'm thinking. But yeah, somebody's in a good position. They've actually got their stuff in a row and they've got it all lined up. And they're being thanked and praised for their work. Okay. All right. In the news, now this is nice. Very interesting as well, because the major arcanas are the Magician, the Star, and the World now. And the World and the Star are both together in the news. Looks like there will be some important things in the news this week, obviously. Could be, there could be something with the weather in the news. I'm seeing like some freak storm or some kind of really blustery weather, maybe a cold front, or I know they've been having lots of crazy weather and snow back east. There could be some lingering effects of like a really bad storm, or I don't even maybe an avalanche. That seems strange. There may be some weather in the news this week. Also, when we have the world in the news, there could be a lot of world news, quite literally. There could be a lot of things coming up on the world front and the world stage. And this guy looking right at that card to me, right next door, I think possibly whatever this is about is maybe something that comes out on the world stage, literally. There's some good things springing forth. Lots going on, but there's some hope. I feel hopeful. And with on top of the card of hope, the star is literally the card of hope. There's something good coming out. Okay. All right. I'm gonna last row here. We've got the Tower. Oh boy. And again, this was like the really difficult, and of all the lines, this is the most difficult one with the two reversals. Like the pulse of how people feel is just like a lot of angst and worry. I don't know if it's worry, but just frustration, I think. And then we've got the Tower card on top, which is basically just things blowing up, catastrophic. Just, it's like the crumbling of what you worked for or hoped for, and it just kind of falls apart. So there's a lot that people may be feeling that feels like that much of a painful falling apart. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, another major here. We've got lots of majors today coming out on this reading. Okay, guys. All right. Now I'm going to continue with this same thread on this, because this creative thing going on in the background that we don't know about, somebody being praised, lauded. Now we've got the Chariot. The Chariot is all about a powerful moving forward on something. I think there is definitely action going on behind the scenes. And for people that are maybe trying to get a sense or feel hopeful that is anything going to happen? Are we moving forward? Definitely things are happening in a good way and moving forward. This is positive, especially with the Chariot, and all of these cards are upright. But this is extremely powerful. It's like somebody here has been given the green light. That laud and that praise that this card means. Somebody's being given the green light to move forward. It's like, okay, you can come out. Now, again, because this is behind the scenes, this is so bizarre. It's like this, all this energy of coming forward, and it's like, but it's on the line of what's behind the scenes. So I'm thinking that maybe just this week it might be behind the scenes, but whatever this is not going to remain behind the scenes. Okay, might have to do a reading next weekend to see what this is all transpiring into. All right. Okay, Four of Cups. Now that's actually, I love how the cards, even though they tell a story, each line is similar. These are similar, these are similar, and these are similar. And I love the tarot when it completely does that. It's staying true to the question and just giving you a little more from a different perspective. Okay, so the Four of Cups is about, it's like, okay, let me go back. With the Star, trying to remain hopeful, stuff going on, the world, I didn't actually get into what that meant. I was mostly looking at the intuitive stuff. But the world is about success and putting things together and being successful. And the Four of Cups is kind of different in that it's like almost like not wanting to enjoy that success too much. So, all right. So what I mean by the Four of Cups, it's about reevaluating. It's a card of where you can get sad or depressed or have apathy, but it's needing to remain hopeful and to find a way to have hope in the midst of what's going on in the world. Same with the Star. It's like, don't give up. Have hope. Stay the course. Have faith that things will get better. And this is interesting because this is in the position of what's in the news. Again, with somebody feeling depressed or sad, crossing a river, there may be somebody that passes. That could be very literal. Maybe it's that musician that I mentioned earlier. And the Star being reversed. Yeah, I think that's probably what it means. We'll see. We'll see if that's what it means. But this kind of like, this can be a card of depression or just wanting to get away and not wanting to participate. But if we can stay the course and not let that, and realize that there is good that is coming, it may just not feel like it right at the moment. But I'm thinking that this is probably meaning somebody passes. I know I said that. And watch it be something totally different. I'm okay with that. I don't know what it is, but that's just the feeling I get. But this line here is the most compelling because there is definitely something that is coming out and coming out soon. It may not be this week, but hold on to your hats when it does. I think it will be very powerful. Could be very explosive. I mean, somebody's basically being praised behind the scenes, given the green light, and they're being told, go ahead, make your move. So, interesting. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. This has been interesting. I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.